Adam Silver said the NBA needs to restore the luster of the NBA's All-Star festivity, the main event, the All-Star game. Adam Silver said, hey, we've got to bring the luster back to the All-Star game. Did that happen in the event that was just played? All right, so I've got leftover spaghetti, thespian, and pedestal, and we'll combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a nice umbrella, which they needed there at the Daytona 500. But all right, so A, to answer the question, did the NBA restore the magic for the All-Star game? I'm shaking my head no on this. On the Maller scale of entertainment, 1 to 10, this was a 2. A 2 is what it was. I don't need to see that. Now, listen, I got paid to watch it, so I watched it so you would not have to. But I promise you, if I did not have this job and did not have 4 hours of blank space to paint a word mosaic, I would not have been watching that. That was bad. I don't know who is watching. I don't know. Where's the audience for that? I mean, I guess there's the fanboys that love that kind of stuff, but I'm being generous at giving the All-Star game a 2. I should go -2, but I'll go 2. Why not? It was more of the same. I think the most interesting part is the players spitting a giant fat loogie right in the face of not only Adam Silver, but also Larry Bird, the iconic Larry Bird, because Larry Bird apparently spoke at an all-star breakfast over the weekend and implored today's players, today's all-stars, to play hard, exert energy. There was talk of defense that was bouncing around, and then they went out and played the game and said, "Scaroo, you, Larry Legend, you schmuck, and Adam Silver, go eat a cheeseburger." Essentially what they said. I mean, the mockery of the league from the players in the All-Star game is outstanding. It's like, hey, you're not going to tell us what to do. You want us to play defense. We're going to go over 200 points. Okay, over 200 points is what we're going to do. It was hilarious. It was leftover spaghetti repackaged in new Tupperware. It's the same thing that we have gotten. All the boxes were checked. They mocked Adam Silver and Larry Bird. That was a new box. But other than that, you go down. Uncontested alley-oop dunks, check. You've got 35 to 40-foot three-point shots on logos. Check. You got that. It was essentially a Pop-A-Shot video game malfunction, or an arcade game of Pop-A-Shot malfunctioning. In fact, the East and West All-Stars combined for 168 three-point shot attempts. 168. They only had 121 attempts from inside three-point range. Okay, Matador defense. Ole, 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 ole. A lot of that. No, it's the All-Star game. You can't expect today's players to play defense. What's wrong with you? Wouldn't it be easier for today's players to play defense as opposed to players in the past? Like the argument I've heard, and these are mostly the analytical nerds that tell me this, well, they make too much money, you can't expect them to play defense. But wouldn't that be a reason to play defense? Wouldn't you say the players earlier that didn't make as much money, relatively speaking, that for them to get hurt in an All-Star game would hurt them much more financially? I don't understand that, but most players barely running down the court. I wouldn't even call it running. It was like a slow jog up and down the court. The NBA's All-Star game headed towards Pro Bowl status. We are heading towards Pro Bowl status for the NBA. They say, oh, no, they'll never get to that point. Come on, the risk of injury is not that great and all that. Okay. Bring on the dodgeball. Bring on the tug-of-war. And a lot of grab-ass. A lot of grab-ass. You already got the grab-ass, but you might as well bring the tug-of-war in and all that other stuff. Bad product. That is a bad product the NBA put out there. And that's what you get. Listen. There you go. Enjoy it. I hope nobody watched. I hope the ratings were the worst they've ever been. I would like to think the consumer would not tune in for that dreck. We'll find out, though. We'll find out if the ratings continue to go in the old crapper. All right, now, page 2 here. NBA All-Star Weekend, a good time for the juicy rumor. Now, for example, there's a revelation. The trade deadline is coming past. LeBron James claims that the Lakers trade talks with the Warriors that would have sent him to Northern California never reached his desk, if you will. Do you believe him? Do you believe that? So I'm giving this one a little bit of side-eye. I'm giving this one a little bit of side-eye here. LeBron showing his inner thespian skill set in this one. And Draymond Green, let's do the math on this. We'll do some math. So Draymond Green was supposedly the GM by proxy for the Warriors. He was the one that was working out the details with the ownership to say, hey, we should go get LeBron. Draymond's agent is a guy named Rich Paul from Clutch Sports. Draymond is besties with LeBron. They're seen together playing grab ass in the offseason on a regular basis. Okay, so you've got that. They're buddies. LeBron James' agent is a guy named Rich Paul from Clutch Sports. So they have the same agent, right? Yeah. They have the same agent. They hang out, vacation together in exotic locations. But there's no way LeBron knew anything about this. It didn't reach him at all. Okay, that's the ticket. That's thumbs up. That's the ticket. Come on. Really? I mean, what are we all, morons here? Come on. Now, LeBron, if he wanted to play for the Warriors, he would be playing for the Warriors right now. He clearly decided he didn't, for whatever reason, want to play for the Warriors, whether that's because of his kid or some other reason, or he thinks the Lakers are actually going to win, which they're not, unless there's another pandemic and they can go to Orlando for, have 2 months off. Then maybe they'll win, or 4 months off, whatever it was. Anyway, all right, now, last week, speaking of LeBron, this was my favorite All-Star Weekend story. The game was a sham. But All-Star Weekend, you had LeBron asked about, hey, I'm going to play a couple more years, maybe. What about a farewell tour? And did you hear what LeBron said? No, you did not say. All right, so LeBron said, that seems cool, but I've never been great with accepting praise. He said, it's a weird feeling for me. LeBron went on to say it's a 50-50 possibility of a farewell tour around the NBA. As opposed to going out the way Tim Duncan went out. We just put on some dad jeans and wave goodbye, and that's it. Adios. See you later. Hopefully the door won't split you where the Lord split you. The door won't hit you where the Lord split you. Anyway, all right, so as far as LeBron, he says 50-50 possibility that he will accept a farewell tour. Where are you at on this one? Okay, so on this one, I call this comedy gold. Comedy gold here. The only question when it comes to a LeBron James retirement tour is how big the pedestal will be. Right? Is this like, there's different parades. You've got the Rose Parade. You've got the Macy's Day, like Thanksgiving parade with those giant balloons. I see LeBron more as a giant balloon guy than a Rose Parade guy, because those are a little more reserved, like a giant, huge LeBron balloon. Yes, absolutely, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, when LeBron was in high school, he was dubbed the Chosen One, and I believe he has that tattooed. He got that tattooed right away across his back. That's a prominent tattoo. Does that seem... I'm just asking for a friend. Does that seem like someone that has a problem accepting praise? That someone calls you the chosen one and you then get that tattooed on your skin for the rest of your time in this mortal coil? I don't know. I'm asking for a friend. LeBron also famously had the man purse. Remember that? That was very awkward. When he walked out, he had to grab his purse and get up and walk out. That was weird. But LeBron James has also, I believe, multiple times called himself the GOAT. Which is fine. He's good. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be all right.
Well, I'm the king.
Like a human sponge, soaking up all of the brown nosers' love. And, there are so many brown nosers out there. LeBron wants to be adored. He will be adored. He wants to be admired. He will be admired. He wants to be worshipped. There will be plenty of people, many of them in media types, that will get down on the knee and genuflect to LeBron.